Just now, 7 billion people in the world died at the same time, and the diver in the water just escaped, but when he took off his respirator, he immediately realized something was wrong, and he had to put it back on. At first, he thought that he had been in the water for a long time and his body was not used to it, so he took off the respirator again. This time, he felt that he could not breathe, as if the oxygen in the air had disappeared. The world where the corpse was originally noisy was terrible at the moment. It was not until he saw the corpse of a dead woman in the car that he really realized that the world had changed. The man walked all the way to the family home and carefully pushed open the door. In the room, he finally met the second living person besides him. The man signaled that the woman would not harm him. The sound could not spread in the air, so they could only communicate through sign language. Looking at her mother more than 900 months old in her arms, the woman finally chose to leave with the man. Before leaving, they put the only remaining oxygen tanks in a car and walked all the way to the city to find hope of survival. Protecting the body, the two men came to the supermarket to seek supplies. They watched the cashier tremble and picked up the phone and pressed the alarm. They hoped that the voice would come out of the microphone and the whole supermarket would hear it. With a glimmer of hope, they came to the hillside. The woman called out for help and freedom. The man opened the flare in his hand until the smoke cleared, and hope turned into disappointment. Just as they were about to die, a fireworks display appeared in the sky. The two men looked at each other with great excitement. Following the fireworks' direction, they drove to a villa in the suburbs. People who listen to music have already lost the breath of life, and the last little hope has completely disappeared. After a song, the oxygen in the man's oxygen tank has already been seen. The woman still has one left. Bottled water tank. At this moment, the woman found that his oxygen tank was about to peak. She pointed to the man, but he said that he could not help, and that there was only one oxygen tank left. No one wants to go to hell first, so the boat of friendship turns over, in order to get more work. The two men fight fiercely for a while. During the fight, the decoration on the wall falls to the ground. The man showed a painful expression, only to see that the antlers had entered his body. Soon he completely lost the breath of life. Women are still at a loss. He slowly took off the respirator in the man's mouth, and then took off his goggles. For the first time, he saw the man's face, perhaps figuring out that the woman took off the respirator in her mouth, and after a moment, he followed the man.